What is up, guys? Keem Cards. Welcome back to another episode of... Oh, where is he? He's not here. That's a
I
shame.
heard what you did out on the dunes. I'm impressed.
King of the Old
I'd never have thought a tenderfoot like you could bring down a dragon. Again? Well... Why don't you tell me? You've killed a dragon. Me, I just make do hunting Desert Raid. And there's not many of those even left. It used to be a one-on-one test. Hunter against hunted. Now people just want the credits. I could stomach maybe a pair or a team of hunters. But some now use battle droids. Where's the sport in that?
Yeah.
If that's what you want. Easy now, I'm not looking for a fight. This
I
is
didn't mean
a
to
friendly
click that.
place to gather.
Sorry, just kidding.
This really isn't worth the headache. How about I just leave? Every ship that lands brings a new...
No. No, no. No. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. I didn't mean any of that. We're not doing that. That was an accident. I'm not gonna throw you out.
I heard what you did out... Again? Why don't...
Yeah.
Yep.
Show me respect, I demanded. Yeah, no.
See you around.
Talking, get sand in your ears, more talk. Eric's through with you, and so is me. You come back here, human fool. You were a hunter. You got no toughness at all. Yeah, maybe you killed a dragon, but you were scared of us. Go on, you get lost now. Fuck it, I want the fight. What? No, no, you just scared, right? Run away now. Run away, Peggy. Run away, screaming. But we gotta run. Eric, we gotta go somewhere and wait for me. I don't care if it gets me a few dark side points. He was a prick. Hello? Well, now why is my screen black? Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Hold on. Let's see if this fixes it. There we go. We aren't in your way, right? We don't want to get you mad or nothing. Sure, your voice maybe annoys them. See you later, boys. I hope's not. Yeah, that would be bad. They're all just stuck in here. Fight on the dunes, to the top of the lodge, killed a great dragon. How about that? Justin is playing Helldivers. How about that? Questions about hunting. Well, I reckon you already know everything I'd tell you. I mean, you killed a dragon. Crap, hunting doesn't get bigger than that. Fishy beast, tall man, or tall man, desert raid. I've already taken the big prize. Imagine that taking down a big bull dragon. Be wild point on tops of that. Questions. I have to go. Yeah, works for me. All the other hunters appear to be going too. Now, I saw my inventory. I actually have some tack glands. So we're gonna see if I don't have to go to Kashyyyk at all.
I knew you'd come through for me.
I have a tack gland.
I kind of told him I already...
Nope, wait, nope. I want to affect party selection.
You're back!
Here's the tack gland, take it.
Come to Papa, you sweet simian organ. It may not look like much, but once I turn this into a bottle of Torresian ale, it'll end up being worth a fortune. Thanks, Mission. You won't regret helping me out with this.
Please, Griff, let this be the last time. No more cons, no more scams, no more schemes. That's That's all I ask.
Hey, sis, no need to worry about that. I've turned over a new leaf.
Bullshit.
From now on, I'm gonna stay out of trouble and do things right. Once
Fuck
we've
you,
cornered
Will.
the market on Teresian ale, good things will be heading my way. Then I'll make it up to your mission. Just wait, you'll see. You know, once we synthesize this and start brewing Teresian ale in mass quantities, we're gonna be looking for some investors. You give me a couple of 100 credits, and I can get you in on the ground floor. You'll get a return of, at least 20 times your investment.
You promised me a few thousand credits.
Hey, don't worry. You'll get your credits as soon as we start mass producing that Teresian ale. I just wanted to know if you were interested in an even bigger payoff.
You know what? I can afford it, so like I'm willing to lose it. That's why I'm giving you this money. 'Cause I sold a lot of race bonds and a lot of raid plates.
Wise move. I can see you really understand how business works. Now, when you see your chance, you jump at it, huh? That's my motto. I better get started on brewing that ale. Meet me back here later, and I'll have a down payment on what I owe you.
Sure you fucking will. My ass.
Greetings again from the offices of Zerga Corporation.
You know what? Oh. I thought I'd gotten some gaffies off of those sand people that were protecting the Vanthas. Oh, that's right. I couldn't loot them. Alright, so. Nope, that's swoop. So, the bar should be over here. I think that's it. Yep. Of course it is. Mission, there you are. Yes, yes, thank you. Mutated giraffe-rig. Stella. Helena.
Back already? Have you even looked for the holocron yet?
I have the holocron, Mother. I'm just not sure I want to give it to you.
And why not? Would you deny me even that?
I've never denied you anything, Mother. You may think I don't remember what it was like before I left for the Order, but I do. You were the one who pushed Father to go on one treasure hunt after the other. You loved living in wealth. You think I don't remember the fights? You were eager to send me to the Jedi even though I didn't want to go. You took Father away from me. And now this holocron is all I have of him.
Fool girl. You have a strange way of remembering things. That wasn't...
No, I don't wish to argue with you anymore, Mother. It's time we parted ways now, for both our benefit.
Maybe you should listen to what she has to say.
You don't know her. My mother is notoriously deceptive when she wants something. Why should she have the holocron?
Is it too difficult to believe that I am a dying woman who simply wishes to see her husband one last time?
I find it difficult to believe anything you say, Mother.
Maybe one of you should be the first to give the other a break.
You're right. It shames me, but I find it difficult to let go of the past. I'm sorry, Mother.
I was hard on you, dear. I wasn't a very good mother to you. I know that. Your father loved you so. He wanted you to be just like him. He wanted to take you on his hunts, but I said they were too dangerous.
Treasure hunting is a dangerous occupation.
I always tried to keep him from the dangerous ones, but he would have none of it. It was a reckless life we led. Always moving. I didn't want that for you.
So that's why you gave me to the Order?
What do your father and I have to show for all those years of hunting? Nothing. That was no life for anyone. Especially not someone as gifted as you, your father. He spent all his last years trying to pay for my treatments. That's why he went for the pearls. I begged him not to, but...
Your treatments?
I'm dying, Bastila. I did not lie about that. It's been a long time in the coming, and there's really nothing that can be done anymore. I told your father to let me go, but you know how he was. Stubborn, like you.
I'm so sorry, Mother. I don't know what to say.
Keep the holocron, Bastila. It would do me good to know you have it. This talking to you. This is what I really needed before I...
Thank you. I'm glad we talked too.
Oh, no. You said you had important business, and you were never one to mince words. You there. You take care of my daughter, you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. As if she'd let me. I'll do my best.
I'll feel a lot better knowing there's someone to watch over.
Where are you going to go?
It doesn't matter, dear. Don't you worry about me.
Here, take these 500 credits. That's all I have. Go to Coruscant and find a doctor. I'll meet you there after what I have to do.
But I already told you there's nothing that can...
Please take it. I want to see you again when we can talk.
All right, I will. You do what you have to, Bastila. You go make your father and I proud.
I'll try. Farewell, Mother.
I'm glad you
How can I
got that out. So do you feel better now?
Yes. It brought me a lot of peace. More than I thought it would have. Thank you for urging me toward it. After all my training, I would have thought it would have been easier. Apparently, I still have much to learn. How can I help?
Yeah, I think it's time to go ahead and leave. Let me double check. Juhani. Julie Bendo. Canderous. That's Manan. Mission's brother. Meet him later though. So where's Bastila? HK-47. Gizka. I already had Gizka poison just in case. So yeah, I think I'm good to leave, but I'm gonna go check that shop again, just in case it's just a quick thing, like with Bendak. Oh, he's not back yet. Guess that means we can go. These weird creatures are wandering around my ship. Ooh. Pick it up. Try to pick up the Gizka, but it wriggles from your grasp, plops back down to the floor. So you curiously cooing. Pet it. Alright, it's nubs, pass for ears, and it coos enthusiastically in response. I could play a game with the Gizka. Peekaboo with little creature, and your face from your hand, startling each time you appear. What fun. Defeated the Gizka. I'm not gonna do that. Disappointed with the lack of attention. Absolutely. This is amazing. These things are adorable. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you want?
Any more stories for me? More. You gotta think about this world.
Tatooine is one big desert with rocks sticking out. I heard that some of my people came here after the war, but I don't know what happened to them. The world of my clan, Ordo, was much like this. Dust basins and rock crags. But my world at least has some green around the equator. This place is just sand all over. There are some vicious people on this world, but the desert is the real enemy. Trips out in the desert, especially the deep desert, should be taken very carefully. You have anything else you want to ask? Hey, don't worry. There any
more war stories?
I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We raised whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake, but the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice.
What do you mean?
Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve. and what measures are acceptable in war.
Oh, we were using
Those who
horrible
cannot
fight
defend themselves
tactics.
should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition.
You could have found another way.
I have no time or patience for cowards. They deserve to be hunted down and exterminated like vermin. There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes. Especially later.
How do they redeem yourself?
Later, when Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know?
I think
Your
we'll- for
choice.
now.
I'm here if you want something done right. Yeah, what do you want?
You see all these guys go on the ship.
So deal with it. Why are you asking me about it? Yeah, what do you want?
More about the Mandalorian Wars.
We fought against the Republic forces for some time, over the course of many battles. At the start, they were not much of a threat to speak of. But once the Jedi Revan took charge, things began to turn against us. The Republic fleets began to use more than just basic tactics. Feints, counterattacks, mass deceptions. Revan was a genius on the field. Revan abandoned worlds of their defenders so that others would be too fortified to strike, and was willing to make sacrifices in order to advance goals. And in the end,
But he took it too
Revan
far.
proved too much for us.
You couldn't have won against the whole galaxy.
But it was close. So close. It looked like the entire galaxy was within our grasp. I still remember that final battle in the skies above Malachor 5. The two fleets filling the space around it, outshining the stars.
What happened in the battle?
It was not your ships, or your men, or your vaunted fight for freedom that won this, the final battle of the war. It was by the actions of one person, the Jedi Revan, that you prevailed. His strategies and tactics defeated the best of us. Even Mandalore himself was taken aback by the ferocity of his attacks, the tenacity of his defenses, and the subtleties of his plans.
That did not match
He
up with
fought us
subs
to a
either.
standstill, and then began pushing back. We really didn't have a chance.
Neither did that. Why didn't you retreat?
It was what we had wanted all along, in a way. We wanted to fight the best, in a battle that would be remembered for centuries. And we did. And Revan won. I don't hold a grudge against Revan, and neither do any of my people.
That's
it was
not
the
true.
greatest moment of my life to be in that battle.
Your
If
ex-wife
Revan had
holds a
been
grudge.
Mandalorian, nothing in the galaxy would have stopped us. But wishing for the past to be different is useless. Better look to the future, as we should now. We'll talk more later, I think. Is there something else you want to know?
Nah.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right. Yeah, what do you want?
About the Mandalorian
The
Wars.
war we had with the Republic was supposed to be the most glorious battle in our...
I guess we didn't think of how much we could lose in it. Let's see. It was supposed to be the most glorious battle of our history, but it was a very costly one. I guess we didn't think of how much we could lose in it. How much did you lose?
There weren't many of us after that last battle. Mandalore himself was killed at the hands of the Jedi Revan. The best of us could not defeat him. After that last battle, those of us that survived were stripped of our weapons, our armor, and our basilisks. Revan's forces destroyed them while we were forced to watch. Those who hadn't fled earlier were left with nothing to call their own. No weapons, no armor, only the honor of having fought in the battle we just lost. For many, this was not enough. While the rest of us were sent into exile on the Outer Rim, they tried to relive the old days, raiding worlds. They're nothing more than bandits now.
You found work as a mercenary?
Yeah, I found word on Taris. And forcing for Davik was not stimulating. The gangs on Taris and Davik's rivals were trash. They give no thrill in battle, no honor or glory in defeating them. It was like stepping on bugs. I sought worthy challenges, but the best that Taris could offer were nothing to me. But I think now, with you, I may finally find opponents worth fighting.
I am honored.
Maybe later I'll tell you more about what it was like to work for Davik. For now, though, we should get on with our lives. Is there something else you want to know?
Nah.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right. Yeah, what do you want? Tatooine. You have.
Didn't mean to ask that.
Yeah, what do you want?
Okay, nothing left for me.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
Fighter simulation, huh? Anything about these Gizka HK?
Statement. I have little knowledge of that to impart, Master. Statement. Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the request, Statement.
Started.
As you...
See if my repairs.
No!
Very well, we'll
As
do
you
this.
desire,
later.
Master. I cannot...
Damn.
Got something on your mind, dude?
Mention something about adventuring days. Healing
I
kit.
suppose I could... Well, not... Got something on your... Well, not... Got something on your... Well, not... Got something on your... And that's about all... Got something on your... Well, not... Got something on your... Well, not just... Got something on your...
How many healing kits can I get from him again?
Got something on your mind. I suppose. Well, not to say... Got something on your...
Damn.
Well, Got
Damn!
something on your... I suppose... Well,
Is it just like glitching out, giving me an unlimited number?
got something on your
I
mind.
guess not. See this Gizka we have on
I
board?
have no idea what you're talking about, Rambo. What do you say? Got something on your...
You're full of shit, old man.
Well, unless you're one of the local species and end up being slaughtered or enslaved, Tatooine's a nice enough desert. And that's about all I got to say about that. Now, let's get going.
Mention something about your adventuring
Did I
days.
say that? Strange the tricks memory plays on you when you get older.
So you weren't an adventurer.
Didn't I say that my past was my affair? You don't see me poking and prodding you with questions, do you?
You're just not used to company. Stop being an old coot. You've already said so much. I'm curious.
I'm not here to satisfy your curiosity. No staring at the old man. That's what the sign says, damn it. And besides, you don't really want to hear about me. We're talking ancient history. Probably before you were born. History bores kids. Proven fact.
Yeah, well, old people love to talk about history. Proven fact.
Oh, fine, fine. Have it your way. Just don't cry about it later. Yes, I was an adventurer. Happy now? I wasn't even done with my Jedi training back then. I had a full head of hair and an eagerness to see absolutely everything. Sound familiar? The Council was never happy with willful, brash Jolee Bindo, you see. Even less so when I began my smuggling career.
You were a smuggler?
Don't look at me like that, damn it. I wasn't always the wrinkled coot I am now, you know. I can still fight, too. So wipe off that smirk I see there. At the time, the Yukata system was interdicted by its own king. He preferred to keep his people starving and poor. All the better to oppress them. The Senate was trying to negotiate peace, but they were getting nowhere as usual. I decided I wasn't going to wait. I found myself a ship and a partner, and we began smuggling food and supplies to the Yukata citizenry through the blockade.
Where did you get the credits for all the supplies?
Well, we didn't buy all the equipment per se. Some were happy to donate goods. Some we just knew had more than they could use.
So you stole it.
Stole is such a harsh word. They would have donated those goods readily enough if they were compassionate. I considered it a tax on the greedy. We only got caught once. A A lone Yukatish frigate shot us down and forced a crash landing. I thought the Force had abandoned me, as I remember.
What happened then?
Well, as it happens, getting shot down turned out to be very fortunate. That day was the day
That was the day you what?
Well, that was the day I met my wife.
Your wife? You were married?
You know another way to get a wife? But yes, that's when I met her. If it's all the same to you, I prefer to stop talking now. My mouth is starting to draw flies. Got something on your mind, do you?
Lore! Lore!
Oh.
Well, Julie's wife is definitely dead. Like, he's an old man and he's very sad when bringing her up. I'm just curious about how. I also wish I'd put more effort into my repair skill. Bearing spike? No. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Something you want. Anything about the planet we're on? Not much about the planets you visit, but I suppose I should learn. Yeah, someone else, I will listen as well. Grenade. What do you say about yourself, Salvar? You've seen more than I would have allowed, and taught me some things too. I'm grateful for that. You're truly free. I have a lot to learn. Sorry we can't stay on Kashyyyk longer. What to do? I don't know bad what we missed. I'll be welcome back to take my past sword. No, imagine me, I guess I do as well. I've definitely asked about this before. I wish you well. Let's get going.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
Just wondering if we could talk. Do you know if anything can be done about all these
I
gifts?
do not know how to help you with that. I am sorry.
Got anything about dealing with Gizka?
How may I be of assistance?
If we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Tell me more about your past.
Well, I mentioned before that my parents had fled to Taris. Perhaps I can tell you about that.
Please do.
In the early days of the Mandalorian War, there had been fighting closer to the Outer Rim worlds.
Near the world your species comes from.
Cathar was there, yes. My people had a great reputation as warriors, and that appealed to the Mandalore version of honor. They sought to test themselves against us, I think. Test themselves by bombing our world, slaughtering my people while they slept or while they ran.
How did it happen?
They swooped down from space across the world, firing at anything that moved. They used ships in space to destroy all orbital facilities and bombard the surface. We did resist, and in spite of their violent attack, we did stave them off for quite a while. But in the end, we were doomed.
Why did the Republic not help you?
We were not members of the Republic. Cathar was beyond the edge of the Republic, in the Outer Rim. And besides, they could not have known. Our interstellar communications were the first things the Mandalores hit. All other short-range communicators were jammed. We were on our own. We knew what was coming. We had fought the Mandalorians in the first war against Exar Kun and the Sith. We knew there would be no mercy for us. The most we could do was pack the few of our people who survived onto what few ships remained and send them off into space as fast as they could. Most did not make it.
An atrocity.
My parents carried me as a baby with them and were lucky enough to escape. They fled as far as they were able and eventually settled on Taris. They could stand running no further, I think. But Taris was a horrible choice. Dominated by humans, intolerant of other species, it made everyday life unnecessarily hard.
Excuse me. How did your family cope?
My father turned to stimulants. He spent much of his time in local bars and dives. But we are warriors. It runs through our blood. And when he was on stims, he became foolish. He let his warrior nature get the best of him. So he would get intoxicated, and he would fight. And finally, one day, he would die.
He died?
Killed by a man who provoked him into a fight and killed him like an animal. I am sorry. I cannot talk about this any longer right now.
I think it's good she's getting it out of her system.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I wonder if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Nothing now. Perhaps later. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and end this video here. And we'll go ahead and continue on in the next one. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Because, as always, I have. So, till next time, bye.